I've been using edit on release on for the past 4 years now, and I've consistently been told that edit on release off is better. So I decided to turn edit on release off for 7 days. In this video, I'll be showing you my progression from noob to pro, giving you the pros and cons of both, and finally answering the question, which one is better? Stay to the end to see how far I got. I started off the day by loading to Raiders Practice Map V4. At first I struggled, but as time went on, you could see slight improvement. And then went into target tunnels to practice some peaks. On day one I didn't really have much time, so I decided to just jump straight into 1v1. One thing I noticed when I was doing 1v1 was my aim was much better. I seemed to be hitting a lot heavier shots, and I was also making better peaks, better angles, less open edits. This was only like my third 1v1. I almost hit my first clip on edit and release off here. I didn't miss that shot. Oh. Right here is a really good example of how peaks are better on edit and release off. This was pretty much it for day one, but I had way more time in day two. However, first I want to go over the changes I saw in day one. One thing I noticed was my aim. My aim was so much better, my crosshair placement was so much more accurate. This allowed me to hit much harder shots, so I can end the fight quicker. Anyway, on to day two. Begin day two, I did some edit downs and some edit courses to try and perfect my edit timing. Perfecting your edit timing should be the first thing you do when switching to edit and release off, as this is the hardest thing to get used to. This map was extremely helpful when perfecting my edit timing. As you can see here, I struggled to start with these double edit downs, but as I did more of them, I started to increase my speed. This map was made by Zero Build, and I'll put the code on the screen now. I forgot the name of it. Then decided to jump into one of my favourite maps, Martor's Turtle Fights. This map is extremely good as it's high paced, it puts you in really bad situations which you've got to try and wiggle your way out of. These are some of my highlights. Then I decided to do some 1v1s with Booger. Also, this video took so much time to make, so if you did enjoy it, please like or subscribe. Also, I'd always free build whilst waiting for the next person to join. This just helped because I was getting some extra free building in, but already being able to confidently quad edit whilst free building in day two is quite impressive. Moving on to day three, I decided to take a different approach. The plan was to play as much ranked as possible. Ranked and real games have always been my downside, so I wanted to test out how far I've already come, in hope of seeing massive improvement. On day 4, I forgot to record most of my games, so I've only got one game recorded. However, this is the highlights of this game. managed to win on my first game. This is definitely a sign of improvement. The other games I forgot to record, I wasn't playing as well as that. I was mostly just dying to the new overpowered weapons they added, like the Nitro Fists. Now on to day 4. Now for day 4, I was going with the same approach, where I just play ranked all day. But with ranked looking like this every single game now, just felt like there was no point and I was just wasting my time. However, I did play a couple of games, so I'll show you some clips of that right now. And at this point my brother called me up asking to play some real games, so I did. And this is one of the clips I hit in those real games.
Let's just skip, guys. Let's just skip.
On day 5 I got ill, that's why I sound like this. Day 6 and 7, all I did was edit time in practice and some of V1. But I'm going to make a conclusion on what I think of edit and release off. I can safely say now that there isn't that much difference between edit release off and on. Both edit and release on and off have their attributes, especially depending on your playstyle. So will I stick to edit and release off? I'm not sure, we'll have to find out in the future.